right, so been watching some debates online. Really enjoy them. But some thoughts come into my head that I just felt like that's what I was going to share today. Started last night, actually, a little bit, and it came down to choice and the choices we have. There was this debate I was watching between a Christian and an atheist, and the question came out about heaven and what it would be like. And the atheist simply said he wouldn't want to be there. Why would he want to be there? And I thought that's an excellent point, right? Not because of anything in particular about what heaven's going to be like. I mean, we're told it's going to be perfect, like beyond anything we can imagine. It's just going to be the most wonderful thing ever. So why would you want to be there? Well, it seems kind of odd. If it's the best thing you could possibly imagine, whatever that might be, why wouldn't you want to be there? Well, his thought process comes down to the thought of God and God being there, because we'll be able to meet God in heaven. And honestly, that's a perspective that really, really excites me. But he also asked about would a loving God send people to hell? Now, just to be clear on my thought process here, heaven is to be with God and hell is to be completely removed from him. We talk about the lake of fire in the Bible and things like that, torment and suffering. And that would be because God embodies everything that is perfect and good. And hell, being apart from God, would mean taking away everything that is perfect and good and just being whatever's left over with that, right? The opposite of being with everything perfect and good. So if that's what hell is, and you say, well, I don't want to be in heaven, that sounds like a choice. There's a clear choice there, saying I don't want to be in heaven. I don't want to be where everything's perfect and good, so I want to be where everything's not perfect and good. And it leaves me a little baffled as to why. And I mean, this is regardless of what you believe. Again, I'm obviously a Christian here, but regardless of what you believe, why wouldn't you want to be where everything is perfect and good? And it seems that the answer comes up time and time again is, why would they want to spend that time with God? It's not that they don't want to be where everything's perfect and good. They don't want to be with God. So therefore, removing everything that is perfect and good, God, they are now somewhere they supposedly say they would prefer to be, but in reality we would have to believe that is not actually true. So I think what it comes down to is again, this is when it comes to the Christian perspective and their view on it, they don't want to accept God. Not everything perfect and good, although that is God. They don't want to accept him. They don't want to be with him. They don't want to spend time with him, because the Bible tells us that it's through him we come to him. So that's how you get to heaven, is through him, by knowing him. It's like if I were to show up at a party, and I show up there because I'm invited, because I know the guy who's throwing the party. It's his place, right? And I'm going there and I'm hanging out and stuff. And I tell somebody else, hey man, great party here, why don't you come over? And they're like, no, I don't like that guy. And so they don't choose to come over to my friend's party, right? That's kind of the same concept. They'd have a great time. They would love it there, but they don't want to make amends. They don't want to get to know this person on a more intimate level. They just are like, no, I want nothing to do with him, and so they go a different way. And I'm not saying that here on earth they can't have a good time outside of my friend's party. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that they choose not to go to the party because of the person. So if we imagine heaven as this party, and the host is God, and the way to get into the party is by knowing God, and I'll be like, hey, I'll introduce you, right, to my friend. That'll get you the invite. And you're like, no, I don't want to deal with that friend. That's essentially what's happening. It's not saying that God is sending you to hell. He's saying, hey, I don't know you. You want to come and get to know me? Come and be at my party. you don't want to come and get to know me, that's your choice. And these debates, that's just something that's been nagging at my mind, and I just felt I really wanted to share that with everybody. So that's essentially what I'm doing right now. But it is a profound thought, right? Now we could go on and debate, like I was watching the debates about whether or not God exists. We could debate on creation versus evolution. We could debate on the flood of Noah's Ark and how that could possibly be. We could debate on all sorts of different things. But the Bible tells me, as well anybody who reads it, that if you seek the truth, you will find it. Jesus claims to be the truth, and I do believe this. And so whether or not you believe Christ is the truth or not, whether you believe God is real or not, I would invite everybody to seek the truth. Now that comes with the obvious point that you may not like the truth. In fact, there are many times that I don't like the truth. There's a lot of truths in my life that I'm not very happy with, such as I've got injuries such as a bad back, bad knees, bad lungs apparently, diabetes, migraines. That's why I wear the glasses. I've got so many of these things that I don't like, but they are truth. And they're not my truth. They're not a truth. They are the truth. I don't like it, but it's the truth. In the same way, if we are seeking the truth, and we will find it, and if that truth is in fact Jesus, which I do believe it is in that case, now we can then at that point choose to accept the truth or reject the truth. Now, I would encourage everybody to accept the truth for what it is. As hard as that is, and this is not saying I don't lie to myself, I certainly do. There's times where I'm like, I can do this, and then I try it and realize really quickly that was a bad idea. That's me denying the truth of, no, I can't do it. Maybe I could build up to eventually be able to do it, but then I'd still have to deal with the truth that it is going to hurt, like my run a couple of days ago. It hurt. Now I find that worth it. I do. I absolutely do find that worth it, but it did hurt. And that's just the truth. So I guess all of this is really in regards to in my mind and my thought process right now is what is your choice, right? Do you want to choose to find the truth and accept the truth? Do you want to choose to find the truth and reject the truth? Do you want to choose not to find the truth at all? And if you do find the truth, and it's a hard truth, and you either get that, again, choice to accept it or not, I would encourage you to examine why. If you don't want to accept it, why you don't want to accept it. And if you do choose to accept it, why you choose to accept it. And that's with any truth out there. Why would you choose to deny it? Because in understanding truth and accepting the truth and for what it is, that's how we progress. I truly believe that. That's how we progress in the future, both from a Christian point of view and a secular point of view, is by acknowledging the truth for what it is. And if it's true, and I firmly believe the truth never changes, I would have to imagine that you would believe the truth never changes as well. Which is not to say that my back can't get better through scientific advancements in medicine, but as of right now, the truth is that it hurts. And if it does get better, the truth will be that it was injured and hurt. So I challenge you, anybody who's watching this, makes it to the end, find the truth and don't deny it. Whatever that truth is, keep seeking the truth, find it, embrace it, and use that truth to progress. I love you all. God bless.